Now, see, here's the thing. I am the new owner of NoDQ.com. I'm losing money because of you, the fans, and I am sick and tired of it.
But now he's going to shut down the site, which means the show goes away.
I'm coming for you, Jeff, and I'm gonna eat you alive.
No DQ will remain in business.
Jeff, we're gonna find you, and I'm gonna kick your ass, and NoDQ.com's gonna be dead forever, booty faces. Jeff, much like Magic Johnson, you are now officially retired because this month, booty faces, I am not paying the hosting bill for NoDQ.com.
Hello everyone, this is episode 76, what apparently is going to be the last one. This is it, of Talk Wrestling here on the site that is going down as of midnight, August 31st, September 1st, whatever day you want to call it, 2009, NoDQ.com. This is it. Noah has vowed he's not going to pay the hosting bill. Noah knew I was not going to come to SummerSlam. I had no money. I went to a friend's house and paid $5. Woohoo! Yay me! To watch SummerSlam. I did not go to SummerSlam. I did not go to Staples. I couldn't afford Access tickets. I couldn't afford SummerSlam tickets. The only reason I'm going to Staples Center this weekend for Hockey Fest is because my daddy's paying for everything, okay? King stuff. Woohoo! Yay, Kings. You know, they're the worst team in the league, apparently. So, I'm going to do your questions for the last time. Quick SummerSlam thing. CM Punk won. What a shock. DX won. What a shock. John Cena lost. I was actually surprised by that, but it took 4 finishes for it to happen. It took, you know, the false finish with, what's his name? DiBiase. I forget the kid's name. DiBiase's brother. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what his name is, right, Rock? Rey Mysterio won the Intercontinental title match, but that fool got suspended. I love it. I love every minute of that. Idiot. So he's gone for a month as of this coming week. Kane beat Great Khali. I wasn't surprised there. Aaron even twittered it. Everybody was getting up during that match. That was horrific. That was god-awful. Noah was even saying that match was god-awful. He was there. Of course, he was on TV. We all saw him on TV, right? With Freddie Prinze Jr. And the big picture with Tito Ortiz. He's on his MySpace. Woohoo, good for him. What else happened at SummerSlam? Unified Tag Title match. Jericho and Big Show pulled it out over Crime Time. Big Show with a knockout punch on JTG. Christian beat Regal in about 8 seconds to absolve another Benoit record, to get him out of the record books once and for all. There is no Chris Benoit. There is no Chris Benoit. He doesn't exist. The record with Orlando Jordan is out. That's it really for SummerSlam. Let's get to your questions. This one is from Kyle. What do you think is the greatest old school ECW match? I personally think it is either Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam or Sabu versus Terry Funk. It's hard to argue against Jerry Lynn RVD. They had the greatest matches I've ever seen, ECW-wise, if not wrestling-wise. They are tremendous, both of them. They still are. Jerry Lynn just got off a reign as Ring of Honor World Champion. RVD, if he wrestled full-time, he'd still be the shit. You know, he's going to be working, actually, he's going to be out here in January. He's going to be wrestling out here at Wrestle Reunion for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, our hometown promotion out here that we've been to many times for No DQ shows. Gotta love it. You know, No DQ is tentatively going to be there with the Talk Wrestling booth, No DQ booth. We'll have to wait and see if funds come in. But we'd love to be there. We are going to try to be there at least to see the shows. Ring of Honor is going to be in finally for the first time ever in Los Angeles. They're going to be there Friday night, the 29th, I believe. I'm not sure. The last Friday of January and the last Saturday of January is going to be Ring of Honor, then Guerrilla. So be there for that. If you're not in Southern California, you should be. It's going to be a great convention. A lot of great legendary names are going to be there. Jushin Liger's coming in, and apparently he's going to work Gorilla, which will be, oh my god, holy crap. Dan Severn, our first ever interview, my first ever interview on Extreme Mayhem, the old show, the audio show, is going to be here. We're going to try to get an interview with him and catch up with him after the last, we haven't had him on the show since 2003, July 4th, when we had our big 50th show for Extreme Mayhem. So I'd love to have him on the show. Anyway, back to ECW. ECW, yeah, I got to go Jerry Lynn and RVD. Probably, you can take any of the ones they had on TV or on pay-per-view. They were all phenomenal. Any of those. This is from Bull and Rude. What do you think of some of the new talent in ECW, such as Tyler Reeks, I guess, Yoshitatsu, Sheamus, etc.? Personally, I'm liking Sheamus a lot. Love the show. Keep up with the good work. I like the guys in ECW. I don't really watch a lot of. Haven't really watched a lot of WWE TV. To be perfectly honest with you. Pardon me. This is more ice than water. Aaron provided this today. I like the ECW guys. I like Sheamus. He's funny, if nothing else. Yoshitatsu's a really good in-ring talent. Great guy from Japan. Tyler Rex, I haven't seen too much of him, but what I've seen, I like. You know, a lot of the people on ECW are working their way up from Florida Championship Wrestling and kind of, you know, making their mark in the business. I like it. I like the talent initiative that the ECW is running. I hope it continues with more guys, because the more guys on ECW, the more guys we're going to see on SmackDown and Raw, the more variety we're going to have in WWE, and hopefully get some better programming established. This one is from Jake. Been watching, and you said you were also in a wrestling stable and said the crowds eat you up. I was wondering what was the worst thing a crowd has ever said to you. Well, the crowd hasn't actually said this to me yet, because I haven't been at a show live since the name was coined by my boss Gary Yap, but Fragile Man. I've been dubbed Fragile Man due to my rib injury. So yeah, he actually even drew a cartoon of me in Mickey Mouse boxers and a tight t-shirt with a rib taping and my hat and going like this, "Don't touch me, I'm fragile." That's been the worst thing I've ever been called by anybody in a crowd or in a wrestling thing, is Fragile Man. That's been pretty bad. You know, I've been called a lot of things, but Fragile Man pretty much takes the cake. This one is from Dave from the United Kingdom. With WWE wanting to do Hell in a Cell, lockdown ripoff, do you think it will be crap due to the PG rating they are doing in the no blood policy? To my knowledge, there is no blood policy on pay-per-view. I could be wrong. But on pay-per-view, I think they go away with the no blood policy because it's pay-per-view. People pay to see the blood. People pay to see the Hell in a Cell for what it is. But having said that, doing the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view DVD, they did a DVD. It was a great DVD except for one match missing. Doing the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I think, is going to be overkill for the Hell in a Cell match itself. I think it's a terrible idea for them to do that pay-per-view, to have all Hell in a Cell matches, because Hell in a Cell is supposed to be special, it's supposed to be unique, it's supposed to be different, it's supposed to be once in a while, and have pay-per-view rather than have every match be a pay-per-view quality match, Hell in a Cell. I'm not sure if that's going to work. I honestly don't think it will. Personally, I think it's a very, very bad decision-making by WWE. Dustin, who in your opinion are the all-time top 5 heels on the microphone? And he said I should mention Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby's definitely one of them. Ric Flair, Hollywood Hogan, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and I gotta say me. Or Noah Donish, because he's awesome too. This is from Craven Moorhead. What are your thoughts on Taz replacing Don West? I think I mentioned this last show we did. I don't remember, it's been a while since we did the show, but bravo. It's freaking wonderful that Don West is gone, and he got his little promotion and merchandising, and he's gone from the announce booth. Yay. Taz is one of the best color commentators I've ever seen in the history of me watching, which is almost 20 years now. I love Taz. I love Taz with Michael Cole. He made Michael Cole look better. He made JR look that much better. JR's already great, but he made JR look that much better when he was with JR on occasion. Taz is awesome. And he will provide great color commentary to go with Mike Tenay. Hopefully he'll bring Tenay's game back up, because Tenay's game has slipped being with Don West these last 7 years. This is from Smitty Teen. Not to be confused with Titty T, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. What was your favorite hardcore match of all time? This includes the original ECW, the new ECW, WCW, WWE, WWF, and TNA. My favorite would have to be Raven's last match in the original ECW against Tommy Dreamer, when Dreamer finally beat Raven. I can't help it, though. I'm the biggest Raven mark. Honestly, my favorite is one that was so disgusting it was never showed on hardcore TV, and the first time I ever saw it completely was on the ECW Bloodsport DVD, and that was Sabu versus Terry Funk, Born to be Wired, a barbed wire rope match for the ECW World Championship. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on TV. Live in person, my favorite hardcore match was at XPW, March 1st, 2003, Supreme versus Ian Rotten in a no-rope, barbed wire rope match. Strictly because of the company I kept in that match. We had people backstage dry heaving, including myself, Sonny, Justice Payne, Rob Black, Shane Douglas. We were all pretty much throwing up, you know, dry vomiting. It was awesome. It was good times. This is from Red Knight the Greats. Do you think that Scott Hall could have gotten a bigger push during the early to mid-90s? I think he would have been made a great WWE or World Heavyweight Champion had he got his act together and stayed on the wagon. In the early to mid-90s, Scott Hall was the Diamond Stud, and he was Razor Ramon during that period briefly. He was Razor Ramon from 92 to 96. So he was Razor Ramon most of that period, actually. Diamond Stud in the early part of the 90s. I think he was even Scott Hall in the AWA still. I could be wrong. I'm wrong on occasion. It does happen. Scott Hall would have been probably a great world champion had he clicked, no pun intended, enough with the fans to be world champion. Nash got there. Michaels got there. Triple H definitely got there, and he's still there. Michaels is still there too, quite frankly. But Hall never really clicked to me as anything more than a tag team or mid-card champion. I don't think he would have been a great world champion, even if he had stayed on the wagon, so to speak. I think he would have been okay. I think he did okay where he was, and yeah, his legacy is now falling off the wagon and whatnot. But you know, for what he did a great job. I don't think he would have been a great world champion. Big Baby Sweets wants to know, what if Vince Russo never got into wrestling? Do you think WCW would still be here? And if it was, would Ted Turner buy WWE? If Vince Russo had never come to wrestling, then WWE wouldn't have bounced back the way it did with the Attitude Era. Vince Russo was a big part of that. Yes, he wasn't the end-all, be-all, as you know he later claimed, but he was a big part of the Attitude Era forming, and DX, and the writing for Austin, and the writing for Sable, and all those top talents that they had in the Attitude Era. And without him, they wouldn't have seen that. So it's hard to say if WCW would have gone under if he hadn't jumped ship. But I highly doubt Vince McMahon would have allowed Ted Turner to buy WWE. I doubt that would have happened. This is from 369 Havoc. What do you think about Rey Mysterio being suspended for 30 days? I mentioned this earlier. It really shocked me because I've always been a huge Mysterio fan. He's been my childhood hero. I have all his merchandise. Thanks, and a great show. I think it's about time that little twerp got a punishment for something. I don't like Mysterio. I haven't liked Mysterio for the longest time. I don't think he should be where he is. I don't think he would have been where he is. I say this till the day I die. If Eddie hadn't won the won the World Championship and then died a year later or whatever he did, I don't think Rey Mysterio would have been anything if Eddie Guerrero had not passed away. So for him to be where he is and still getting the same push over and over again, and yet feel arrogant enough to take the steroids or whatever he did, bye, gone. Good. Out of here. I'm glad he's gone. Clean your act up, dipshit. I guess that's it.
Jeff, what are you doing?
Show's
We gotta
over.
close the show. Jeff.
Alright, Aaron convinced me to stop, just to say goodbye, whatever. I don't know what to say. You know, Noah's not going to pay the bill this month, and the show just dies. It pisses me off. Aaron, look out! Oh! Shit!
Turn your ass over, booty face.
Oh, fuck!
One more for him. One more. There's some water for you. Chill out, booty face. Chill out. Got one more boot for you right here. This is a recreation of 4 years ago, booty faces. That's what you get for not showing up. I am none other than the World Wide Web Zone, the king of internet media, Noah Darnish. And I'm making the final appearance on the show that I have doomed forever. Very appropriately, Aaron, you need to learn to keep your dog on a leash a little bit better. But now, it's time to take out the crap. Take a look at this. It's your doggy bag. It's your doggy bag. It's your doggy bag. Take a look at your talk wrestling booty faces as it's coming to an end. Get up. It's time for the move that you all know and love. Get back there, booty face. Get back there. It's time for the Sacramento Bum Rush. But before I do that, I just want to deprive him of a little bit more oxygen. Take a look at this. Here's your talk wrestling. Here's your talk wrestling. It's no more after today. I'm one bad motherfucker, let me tell you. Woo! Ugh.
Come on! What now, bitch? What now, bitch? Come on!
That's too tight. That's too tight.
What happened?
That's too tight.
Oh, it's too
We
tight?
didn't rehearse it this way.
What? Oh, it's too tight? Oh, it's too tight, baby?
We didn't fucking rehearse it that way.
Noah.
Dude! We scripted the spots perfectly.
I did just what you told me.
No.
No.
Dude!
Just don't worry about it.
Aaron, we scripted
What
the
is
spot.
problem? I did just,
Dude!
what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What at me for?
What the fuck?
I did exactly
Jeff,
what you laid it out.
Jeff.
Aaron, back off.
Jeff, come on.
I did just the way you told me.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit. I did
That's
just the way you
bullshit.
told me. You went in the train.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, don't fucking push me.
What the fuck?
You're gonna throw my water at me? That's
I will.
That's good, Noah.
I will.
That's childish.
Dude, are we gonna work or are we gonna fucking shoot?
All right.
Are we gonna work or are we gonna shoot?
We're gonna work.
Oh!
After I get one in for the fans.
Dude, fuck this. I quit. You're gonna take your website and stick it up your fucking ass. I'm going back to Sacramento. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Jeff, there's a cop car coming.
Shit. Guess Noah couldn't handle the storyline anymore.
We gotta cut this.
All right. Bye.